Hey everyone, this is Max Edson, co-founder of Priced, and today I'm going to be walking you through our process step by step of the way to make sure you're getting the most out of our system. So we're going to go through pages such as our research page where you can find a new county to mail, our search page where you can start building that search criteria and location, and then our parcel analysis page where you can actually customize your offer price, look at comms, and then select the owner records you want to download. And then we're going to move into customizing your scrub template and then post download filters, and then we'll go over the actual download file that you receive so you can mail it directly out the door to your mail house. So without further ado, we're going to move on to the research page. All right, from our homepage, you've gone up to the menu, click the research button, and now you're on our research page. And this is where you can start finding a new county to mail. So it's a very exciting part of the process, and most of your time spent is going to be in this data table right here. This is where you can start performing nationwide searches. You can do state searches or county specific searches as well. And you can also sort and filter the data in the table below here too. So we have all the counties across the United States, so we have full coverage. Plus, we provide you over 1 million comps from sites such as Zillow, LandWatch, Lands of America, and Landflip. But before I go through each column, I want to show you that we do also provide you with visuals of each column worth of data down below here. And we also give you videos for each so you can learn a little bit more about what they mean, what the color means, and so you can make informed decisions. Plus, we'll give you Realtor.com market trends data down below so you have all the information you need in one place to make decisions. So now going through the columns of the table, starting from left to right, we have the county, we have the state, the total comps of that area. We have for sale comps, we have sold comps, and then we could do some other metrics on top of that. So we can do sold to for sale metrics. So we can divide the sold property versus the for sale comps. And so we can get an idea of, okay, which counties are selling more, which areas are staying on the market more to give you more depth information. Plus, we can also do our parcels on market ratio. So what this is it takes the for sale comps and then it divides it by the total parcels in that county. So we can see what the saturation levels are. Is there a lot of competition or is there not so much? And then moving forward, we have our coefficient of variation, which is just a big word for saying price comp variation. So the takeaway for this column is that a larger number means that there's more price comp variation, which means that you may want to price accordingly based on the information you see here. So if there's more price comp variation, maybe a full-on county pricing may not be the right way to do it, as opposed to other areas where you have lower comp variation where the county pricing is. So we want to make sure that you're aware of what those counties are looking like so you can make informed decisions moving forward. And so with that, we have our economic rank, we have our economic score, we have our population data, and then we have more of our population change. So our migration flows, is there more people coming in or out, and then population per square mile. So with all that data in this table, now you could start looking at it, sorting it, and filtering it accordingly. But before you even do that, you want to pick where you want to go. So if you want to do a nationwide search, you don't have to do anything else. It's already on that. But if you want to look at a specific state or county, that's when you're going to want to use these input fields up top here. So we can go through those. Let's say we want to target Colorado. Just for this example, I could click in Colorado, and then now we have all the counties within Colorado plus the data that we can see here. And so with that, we can go and sort it. So right now it's sorted on county A to Z, but we can sort it by any column that we have available. So in this instance, I'm going to actually go with total comps high to low. So now I can see Park County has the most comps in this area, 5,822, and I can look at it accordingly all the way down. We have 8 pages of data here. And now moving forward, we want to add our filters. So this is actually going to weed out, and so we can compare different counties from one to another to see which ones that we've determined better or that meet a certain criteria. So if I drop this down, now we're going to see all the metrics down below here. So let's say we could start out with population per square mile. Right off the bat, I want to make sure that I'm in a more rural area. So I can click less than, and then I can go through here and let's say I want less than at least 20 per square mile for population. So if I run the filter, now instead of 8 pages, I have 5 pages of data. So great, knocked out a few counties there, and I can start applying other filters as well. So now I just click the plus button and start moving down to my other filters. So I can come through here again. Let's say I want to make sure that there's not that many parcels on the market right now, so I want a really low ratio of parcels on market. So I can go less than, and let's say I just start out with 0.05 and see where that takes me. So right now I have 2 pages of data, and so I can keep adding filters to here. So I can go on even more. Let's say I want to make sure I'm in an area where I can mail at the county level. So I can say less than, and I could put a price or a value in here where I know that is fairly low, and so I still have 2. Maybe I want to come back here and change it to even lower, and I could start editing these filters. And so now I have, this is a good bunch right here. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 counties that I've just built on my list that meet my criteria that I can now move onto the next page for searching. So what I like to do personally is have one page up with this where I can do all my research, and then another page where I can do my searching. So I have side-by-side views, so I can come through here, look at my research, do my searching, and then see which ones actually match up. So once you have this in mind, you can start moving on to the search page. So all you would need to do from here is go all the way up to our menu, click the price land, and then you'll be on the search page. All right, so you've done your research, you've pinpointed a few areas you want to look at further, and now you're on our search page. So this actually allows you to look at those locations and the owner records within them. So you can either start by searching a state, a county, or a city. In all instances, we're going to return results at the county level for you. So if you search a state, what we'll do is return all the counties within that state. If you search a county, we're going to return that specific county. And if you search a city, what we do is pinpoint that city, draw a radius around it, and then we're going to pull in all the counties that touch that radius. So there's a few different methods. That one you can customize the radius. I'll show you how to do it. But for now, we'll start with the example Costilla County. That's where we found in our research in our last video. So we can go Costilla, type that in. And if I wanted to search before I actually go to the next page and wanted to look at the owner records within it, all I need to actually do is click this Get Count button. And the Get Count button will show me how many records are in this area, so I'm aware without flipping back and forth between pages. So you can see there are 39,785 records in that area. So now I could either refine my search or keep going. So let's say if I did a search right here, and now it'll go to the next page, which is our parcel analysis. We can see those results on here based on the parameters I just set. So again, it's going to load, it's going to talk with DataTree because we are a DataTree license provider. And now you can see that we have all of Costilla County just straight up from 0 all the way up as far as we can go. And you can see we have 39,000 records. So if I wanted to refine that now, all I need to do is go and drop down the advanced search criteria. So I need to click this, and now it opens me up to a bunch of different filters that I can apply. So starting with min acreage, if I wanted to say, okay, I don't want to look at properties lower than 20 acres, all I need to do is put in a 20 there. And let's say no more than 100, all I need to do is put in 100 there. Now you'll notice if I click out, you're going to see it says rounded to 99.99. And that's because of our system. So if you wanted just a clean, crisp 100, all you need to do is put in a 0.01 and that'll fix that. So now we're at 100 here. And then another really unique feature that we offer is this acreage increment. And what that is the increments that we will actually give you an offer price within the range that you've set. So between 20 and 100, we can provide you different offer prices within there. So we default to 5-acre increments, but you can customize that to whatever you want. So if you wanted 10 in there, I can put 10 in there now. And so what that actually means is that we'll provide you an offer price from 20 to 29.99, and then 30 to 39.99, all the way up to 100. So I'll leave that in as 10, and then I can start working my way down. So I have my min market price, max market price. I'll leave those blank for now. The radius around city, that's only for if I put in a city there, that's where I would customize the radius. So if I wanted to put in 50, then it would draw a 50-mile radius around the city that I've chose, and then it would pull in all the counties. I can do my min purchase price. I can put in my max. So if I wanted a budget, I can set my budget in there. Like, let's say I only wanted to buy properties for between $5,000 and $10,000. It'll put my budget in there based on my offer price. And then I can have all my land uses in here. So if I wanted to take out any land uses, I can go through this area and just unselect them and it'll take them out. So wasteland, maybe I don't want that. Wild refuge, maybe I don't want that. Maybe some commercial lots I can take out as well. And so keep moving forward. There's a few other features that we have that are a little more advanced. So if you click more, we also offer residential land use codes. Just make sure if you're doing these, they will most likely have properties in them. So you want to pair them with some kind of living area square footage or improvement value zeroing out. So you're only getting the raw land instead of an actual building. So I recommend not using that unless you really know and understand it. So I would just stay with the vacant rural land use codes here. And then you have your owner filters. So you have your corporate owned. You can take out and exclude corporate owned properties. You can actually take out and exclude do not mail people. And that actually means that they've talked with the county. They've been put on a list that said that they don't want to be solicited. So that's a really cool tool that will just take out some extra letters that may not be useful because they'll see them and then throw them right in the trash. So we can just exclude those. And then we have our in-state, our in-county, our owner-occupied filters. We have our assessor tax filters. So if you want to look at any of the improvement values, you can look at those. And then if you wanted to get a little more granular, you can actually pinpoint specific census tracts, zoning codes, cities, zip codes, and then you could look at your living area square footage, HOAs, if there's an HOA or not, and then APN ranges. So it's very customizable. You can look at counties as a whole or very granular in APN ranges or blocks. You can put in your flood zone codes. So if you know that you don't want to look at a specific flood area, you can select the different boxes here. And if you're not sure of what the codes mean, all you need to do is click this light bulb, and it's going to bring you to a page that will show you and provide you with descriptions of each zone. So this is very helpful in understanding what each one means. So all I need to do, again, is to select them, and then that means that we are going to choose them. So all you need to do is keep doing that. If you unselect them, that means that we're going to just give every flood zone code on our search, and that's more than fine as well. And so the last three filters we have are our last sales date. So you can do a last sales date of the property. So you can put anything here. You can come in and put in your address or your date. So let's say you wanted 5 years ago. All I need to do is select the date. And so now that last sales date, we're going to filter out everything after that. And then you could always pair it with the last sales price as well. So last sales price. Now, let's say you're trying to buy something for $10,000 and you want to make sure that they're still making a profit on it. So you can actually put in the values you want in here. For this example, I'm going to leave these actually both blank. And then I'm going to come down to this last one and select listings not active and pending. And again, what this actually does is just takes off all the owner records that are currently on the MLS pending or under contract. So I can take those out. And then I'm going to go with one more get count just to see how many records that will yield based on now my new parameters that I've put in. And so I can see that I have 1,930. And so if I like this search criteria, I can always save it as well. So if I wanted to come up here, I can click the save search and then type in what my save search is and then click save. So now I can come back whenever I want and I don't have to put in these filters anymore. Now they're already set. All I would need to do is come down here, click test, and they will load automatically for you. And once I'm ready, I'll click search and it's going to bring me to the next page. And so we're going to be able to see what's on the next page and be able to dissect the information more. All right, you've clicked search and now you're on our analysis results page. And this page really allows us to bring a lot of data together and for you to take action. So we'll provide you with owner records here. You can look at comps, you can customize your offer price, and then you can select the records that you want for download. So starting from top to bottom before we even get in the table, if you're ever aware what your search parameters were, all you need to do is click this button and you can see we're in Costilla County, acreage increment of 10, min-max acreage of 20 to 100, and then the rest of the parameters down here. So you always have that option so you're not flipping back and forth between pages. And now moving into the data table, from left to right, we have our rank column. So rank is really based on economic score of the county and then the price comp variation of the acreage range itself. So it's not necessarily saying that this first result is the best place to mail, but it's more of a confidence level in our pricing scheme itself. And then next we have our data tree owner records. So the owner records are the ones that you can actually download. So we have 23 here, 114 here, 16 here, all the way down to 1,930 you can see that are in total. And then we have our total comps. And so like in the research page, we broke it out into a county by county basis. But on this page, we can actually break it out into a county and acreage range basis. So these three comps are going to be specifically between the 60 to 69.99 acreage. And then you can see 29 here within this acreage and so on and so forth. So we can get a lot more granular on this page. And then same thing with our parcels on market ratio score. We can get a lot more granular in this approach too. And then we have our county. We'll always show you the county, the state that it's in, the acreage range, the offer price per acre, which is based on our market price per acre. And you could always, if you want to select these green boxes, not only is that to signify that you want to download those records, but it allows you to open up a lot more information so you can see everything up above about this county and acreage range. So starting from the top left here, you can see this is Costilla County, and it'll give you our rankings based on natural amenity score, per capita, and unemployment. It'll give you our overall county score for this area, so you can see it's 128. If you wanted to see exactly where this location is, I can click that little location icon, and it'll bring you right to the county where it is on a map. So you always have that available. And then as I select these boxes, you're going to notice that this total records count is going to go up. So this is how many records you've actually selected, and then the cost associated for those records. So we always want to make sure that you're aware of what you're selecting. So if I click something else, you'll see that this is a cumulative total. And then we have on the right side more of our pricing box. So you should always check for reason on these prices. So you can see we have our market price here and our offer price here. And if you ever wanted to get an idea of where that's coming from, what it looks like based on the comps, all you need to do is select the one you're looking at, or if it's already selected, unselect it and then select it again. And then make sure you're in 80 to 89.99, 80 to 89.99. And then all I need to do is click this for sale and sold comps button. And from there, it's going to pull up all the comps in this range. So we have 29, and then this is our target location. And then this data table is filled with all the comps. So from the left side, we have the price of the comp, the acreage of the comp, the price per acre of the comp, the city where it's located in, the status, is it sold or for sale, and then the source. And what's really neat about this is that you can actually click on these links to look at the comp directly on the site itself. So you can see if it's a good comp or a bad comp, and make sure that it's exactly what you're looking for. So I can go through all of these. I can go on Zillow here, and you can look at all of them below. And so one thing to note is that on this page, we are going to show you all of the comps available in our database, but in our statistical modeling for pricing, we actually exclude a lot of the lower ones and then a lot of the higher ones. So we'll take out all those terms deals and then the egregiously high price properties. So don't always get alarmed if you see some really high prices in here. They're not calculated in the modeling itself. And then you could always sort this data table how you want. So if you want to go price per acre, low to high, you can always do that. You can look at a chart to see how the data points are on a chart. And then you can go through and then pick other terms as well. So if you wanted to look at this range, 20 to 29, all I need to do is click the box and then click the for sale and sold comps button again. And then it'll bring you up with the new comps in the new area for the new range. So this is a really good way to look at it. You can see what the prices are again. And if you want to change the price, you can do that one of two ways. So the first way is going to be with a slider bar. And the slider bar, we default to 25%, but you can quickly change it left or right based on what the market price per acre is here. And you can see that we can go down to 18, we can go up. It really depends on what you want. And then the offer prices will change accordingly. Now, if you want to get a little more customized in your approach and you want to just slide them and have them all change, let's say all of them are great except for one or two, and you want to change it to what your personal preference is, all you need to do is make sure that you're selecting this last one and that it meets what this name is saying right up here. And then you can come to this input box and then select what you want to put in. So instead of 278.85, let's say I wanted 250, and then I could even put in some change in there. And I click update. This 278 is now going to change. So if I click update, you're going to see this saying 250.23. So we'll provide you with an offer price, but we also provide you with total control of our system so you can price exactly how you want. And if county pricing isn't for you, and if you want to go even further into city pricing, we have that option for you as well. So you'll notice that we have this city pricing button as well. And if you click it, then we're going to bring up all the cities within that county. So it's really cool. You can see all the county. You can see the base offer price of the county, the base market price of the county, and then each individual city market prices per acre and offer price prices per acre. So you can see the city market price, offer price, and then the Z-score. And the Z-score is just a fancy way to tell you if it's negative, it's going to be lower than the county offer price. And if it's higher, if it's greater, positive, then it's going to be greater. So that's what all that means there. And if you want to change these offer prices as well, you can do that too by just selecting one you want. Coming up to this box, you can see the offer prices here. If I want to change it to 213, all I need to do is click update. And so now this offer price per acre has changed for this city in particular, and then the rest stay the same. So this is a really good tool that you can use, and you could also look at it on a chart too, so you can see that this is going to be our county offer price, and then the rest of the city offer prices down here. So you can get a good visual on what everything is looking like. And once you're ready and you want to save your data, make sure that you're clicking the save button up here. And then you want to apply city pricing. If you do not apply city pricing, then we will not base our pricing at the city level. We'll keep it at the county level. So you want to make sure you're checking it if you do want city pricing. And then if you want to do even more, you can do show offer price in all increments. So not only will we provide you with this value at this offer price, but we will show you the full gambit between 5 and 95% of what that offer price is. So when you are interacting with a seller and they come back and they counter offer, you have immediate offer prices available to you, so you can quickly choose which one you want to go with. So that's basically everything here. Once you're all set with what your data, what you're trying to pull here, you can make sure, again, you have 300 records. The cost would be $24. Make sure you're selecting the records that you want. And then all you need to do is click continue so you can move on to customize your scrub template. All right, so you've selected the owner records that you want, and now you've come to our scrub field names page. And this page only affects the scrub file that you download from us. So we will provide you with a few different files. One of them is a data tree raw export file that will have over 240 columns of data per owner record, and then we provide you some admin files. But this one specifically is so it's a scrubbed up version, cleaned, and you can send it directly to your mail house to get the letters out the door quickly. And all you need to do to select the columns that you want on this file is come through here and check the ones that you do want and then unselect the ones that you don't. So for this example, I'm going to go through and say I don't want building square footage, I don't want last sales date, and I don't want last sales price. So all I need to do is uncheck those. I'm going to get the rest of the columns on my file. And then if I want to save this for future use, all I need to do is come to the save current. And then I just need to put, let's say, scrub template, and then click save. And once I save it, now it's already saved. So when I come back here for future use, it's already ready to go. And all I need to do is click continue so I can go on to my post download scrub filters page. All right, so you just created your custom scrub file. Now it's time to add post download custom scrub filters to it if you want. So this just provides a little bit more granularity of filtering, so it's cleaned up, ready to use, so you can send it directly to your mail house. Now again, these filters will only apply to the scrub file. For the raw data tree export file, they will not apply, so you will always get the raw file available with, again, the 240 records in there. This one is only applied to the one that you've cleaned up and ready to send out. So it only has the records that you need in there, so there's no scrubbing, no manual work outside of our system. So all you need to do is go through the ones that you want to check. So if you wanted to make sure to filter out blank owners, you can do that. Let's say you wanted to take out duplicate owners, blank addresses, non-US addresses, and I wanted to make sure those are out. Now I could filter them with ease, and if I wanted to get a better description of what each one meant, all I need to do is go to our question mark, and it'll apply all the descriptions for each one of our filters here, along with the ability to show you on average how many records it actually filters out. So again, you can see blank owners, it has 0.001%, for church owners 0.5%, government owners 4.4%, and then corporate owners 20.4, 38.2, and all the way down the list. So there's no surprises when you apply any of these, and on your scrub filter, it filters out quite a bit of records. There shouldn't be any surprise, so you know exactly what kind of information you're going to be getting. So again, if you do filter them out, those records are not lost. They will always be on the raw data tree output file that we provide you. But on the scrub file, this is what we clean up for you so it's ready to use immediately. So once you're ready, all you need to do is either check out to download your records, or you can go to our preview button, which will allow you to preview the records before buying. So we'll give you a small sample set and we'll send it to you in an email format so you can see and make sure everything looks right before downloading. But once that is, all you need to do is click checkout and you're ready to go. All right, so you downloaded data from us, you received it via email, you opened it up, and now you're looking at 5 different files. So you should have a data tree export raw file, a data tree export scrub file, an export parameters file, a scrub filters file, and a search parameters file. So which one do you use to send to your mailhouse? And the answer is this data tree export scrub file. And all you need to do is select it, and review it, and verify that all the information looks good. So again, it should be the cleaned up, ready to go version. It should have all your custom columns in there. It should have all the custom filters that you used in here as well. And then it'll have included in here is our offer price too. So again, cleaned up version with all the titles involved. We'll have on the right side, we'll have all the offer pricing stuff. So you can see that we have our pricing source, offer price per acre, the actual offer price that you can use on your letters, the market price that we've deemed, and then all the expiration dates, and then the date that you've downloaded from us. So I always recommend verifying and looking through all the data, making sure everything looks right, making sure that the column titles also match up with your mail template. But other than that, all you need to do is send it to your mail company and then send the letters out. So once you have that, again, we do provide you with a bunch of different files that I'll go through again right now. So our raw file, again, as basically a backup, it's always going to have the raw data information on there straight from data tree. So it's always going to have the 240 plus columns of data per owner record in there, just so you can always look at it for reference in case you need more information than what's on the scrub file. And then we also provide you 3 admin files. So we'll have the export parameters. So what did you actually select on the results analysis page? And so we'll go through that with you. And then we have our scrub filters file, which is what custom filters did you select to choose onto your scrub file? And then the search parameters. So what did you actually search for to actually create the results that you went with? So we always want to make sure to have everything here so it's so you can replicate it over and over again, so you know what worked, what didn't work, so you can always go back and then keep data on it, and so you can always track it moving forward. But other than that, that's everything that we have to offer from start to finish. So you saw the flow from research, you saw the search, you saw the analysis, you saw creating the custom scrub file, you saw custom filters, all the download files involved, and then now it's about sending it off to your mail house and getting those letters out the door. So again, I hope you liked it. You can always reach out with us with any questions at support@price.com, and then I hope you enjoy Priced.